Are you wondering what's heartburn? It is exactly what it sounds like. It is a burning or uncomfortable sensation that happens when acid in our stomach flows back up from the pipe that brings food into the stomach. It is also known as the esophagus. I want you to imagine eating a heavy meal late at night and then you go to bed. But now you've started to feel a bit uncomfortable and ignore it thinking that it's gonna go away later. But to your surprise, you wake up in the middle of the night with a burning sensation. Yes, that is heartburn and is also called acid reflux. Acid reflux isn't limited to a large meal in the middle of the night, but can also come as a result of a poor quality meal or stress at work. Normally, people often feel dry cough or acidic taste in their mouth when this happens. If you go to your doctor, they will mostly tell you the classic take on this, which is that your body is producing too much stomach acid, and they will advise you to lower your stomach acid by using some over-the-counter anti-acid drugs. However, the recent scientific literature shows that heartburn really happens when our bodies don't have enough stomach acid. You see, the body is perfectly designed to keep the stuff that goes into the stomach in its place. This happens in a synergy as muscles loosen up when there's little acid and they tighten up when the body produces too much of acid. In a situation where you eat food and your body has low stomach acid, the muscles get confused and they release the stomach contents up into the esophagus and comes heartburn. Here's what goes on in your body when you have low levels of stomach acid. First, this isn't good news. The body requires stomach acid to effectively digest and break down protein, carbs, and fat from the food we eat, which is like literally every day. Another scenario is where large molecules of protein might get into the small intestine and overwork the pancreas to produce enzymes to break all these excess protein just because you didn't have enough stomach acid to do it. What happens then? You see, the body is interconnected and interdependent where the organs like the pancreas get stressed. It leads to disruptions in the whole gut, and this is also known as a leaky gut syndrome. The leaky gut has shown to increase toxin absorption and deplete body's mineral stores as well as cause acidic environment. What else can a leaky gut do? It can cause autoimmune issues, it can cause acne and hair loss. So trust me, you want to be away from leaky gut as much as possible. Looking at this scenario, I would highly encourage you to test your stomach acid. You could go to a doctor to do it, but hey, you're here to explore biohacking, aren't you? So tomorrow morning, I want you to put on your biohacking hat on an empty stomach without drinking or eating anything, and get some baking soda, which is sodium bicarbonate, and water with you. All you have to do is follow 3 simple steps. Step 1 is mixing half a teaspoon of baking soda in a glass of water and drinking it. Step 2 is putting a timer in your iPhone or Samsung and see how long does it take for you to burp. Step 3, stop the timer after 5 minutes. If you're able to make enough stomach acid, you will burp around the 2 or 3 minute mark. But if you couldn't burp for the next 5 minutes, it is best to talk to your doctor about stomach acid symptoms or follow the hacks that I'm gonna give you. What we aim to do with this test is to get a chemical reaction in the stomach with hydrochloric acid and baking soda, which results in carbon dioxide formation. This leads to burping. For an accurate measurement of this test, I would encourage you to do this 3 consecutive mornings to determine a perfect pattern. Now that we know what the problem is, get your notes because I'm going to be firing my top biohacks at you. The first one is apple cider vinegar. Have a shot of apple cider vinegar before your meals and this will increase the acid content of your stomach. Second one is baking soda. Use half a teaspoon of baking soda in a glass of water to neutralize stomach acid and reduce your burning sensation. The third one is fermented foods. So fermented foods are foods like sauerkraut, kimchi, yogurt, pickles, and these are excellent to assist with production of probiotic bacteria and enzymes that can increase your stomach acid production. The next one is simply chewing gum. Chewing gum after a meal stimulates flow of saliva, which rebalances the pH levels in the stomach, increasing your stomach acid. Number 5 is getting aloe vera juice. Drinking some aloe vera juice before a large meal helps reduce heartburn and works on the anti-inflammatory pathways. Aloe vera has also a laxative properties, so just be careful, just don't overconsume it. The next one is adding some ginger and lemon. You could do this by simply preparing a ginger and lemon tea 30 minutes prior to a big meal. Make sure you're boiling real ginger pieces. Ginger is also known to reduce inflammation and tighten the lower esophageal sphincter, preventing stomach acid from refluxing. The next one is P2. What does P2 stand for? Combination of papaya and pineapples. So fruits like papaya have an enzyme called papain, which can improve digestion and reduce heartburn. Pineapples also have an enzyme called bromelain, which has anti-inflammatory properties and can reduce heartburn. The next one is betaine HCl. What is HCl? It's hydrochloric acid. Now wait a minute, you must be confused. You must be thinking our bodies produce hydrochloric acid themselves. That is correct. But as we age, the amount of hydrochloric acid in our bodies reduce. What's the trick around that? Just supplement yourself with some hydrochloric acid to provide yourself with enough stomach acid to reduce heartburns. But just please be careful that HCl or hydrochloric acid don't go very well with non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs or NSAIDs such as aspirin. So just make sure that you're not combining these two together. The next one is chamomile tea. Chamomile tea before sleeping has been shown to lower inflammation and help a person go to sleep. The next one is sleeping on your left side. You see, when you sleep on your left side, this causes the stomach acid to move away from the esophageal sphincter, which will cause or reduce the risk of the contents traveling back up. The next one is to wear loose clothing. You see, tight clothing puts a lot of pressure on our stomach, which can increase heartburns. What do you do to avoid that? You just stop wearing tight jeans, tight belts, tight shirts, tight sportswear. Anything that is tight will put much pressure on your esophageal sphincter, which will then increase the amount of food that goes up. Next is having bananas or apples. You see, bananas have natural antacids which can help reduce acid reflux, or an apple is shown to do the same trick. The next one is to quit smoking and reduce your drinking. The nicotine in cigarettes combined with the alcohol both lower the esophageal sphincter, which makes it easy for the contents in your stomach to splash up into an acid reflux. The last trick is to add mustard to your meals. Now, mustard is an alkalizing food which can neutralize the pain which is associated with acid reflux. Now, those were my top hacks when it comes to acid reflux. I hope that helps you. And if you like this, please subscribe to our channel and help us reach a larger audience with your social media. You can just take a screenshot and tag us in any of our social media accounts. And please make sure to visit the website. We have tons of great content there. Until next time, take care.